You know the feeling. It's not the loud fights. It's not the screaming matches or the slamming doors. It's the moment everything just stops. Two people who used to orbit each other like planets suddenly go dark. The texts stop coming. The calls die out. And you're left staring at a screen that refuses to light up. Most people think this is the end. They call it no contact. They think it's just a pause button. But they're wrong. What feels like silence to you is actually a psychological earthquake to them. While you're sitting there hurting, wondering if you matter, a shift is happening in the dark, a shift in power. The moment you stop chasing is the moment the hunter becomes the hunted. Today, we going into the ugly truth of what happens in their head and yours when the silence finally takes over. But before we descend into this rabbit hole, if you want to master the dark art of human dynamics and learn the things nobody else tells you about relationships, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell. Join the few who actually understand the game rather than just being played by it. Now, let's break it down. Part 1. The false relief. Let's look at the other side of the board. Let's talk about them. Usually, we're dealing with the avoidant type. You know the kind. They pull away the second things get real. For months, the dynamic was simple. They ran, you chased. They hid, you sought. It was a rhythm. A messed up, exhausting rhythm. But a rhythm nonetheless. It gave them power. It made them feel safe. So when you finally stop, when you go radio silent, their first reaction isn't what you think. It's not sadness. It's not regret. It's relief. Yeah, it stings to hear. But initially, they're thinking, finally, no pressure, no demands. I can breathe. They think they've won. They think they're in the driver's seat because they dictated the terms. They see your silence as submission. They think you're just waiting in the wings, ready to jump back on stage whenever they snap their fingers. But here's the catch. This relief? It's a trap. It's a high that wears off fast because their entire sense of control was based on one variable, you chasing them. Part 2. The ghost in the machine. Give it a few days, maybe a week. The silence starts to change texture. That peace and quiet they wanted, it starts getting heavy. It starts getting loud. See, avoidance is a defense mechanism. It's a shield. But a shield only works if someone is attacking. When you stop attacking, when you stop knocking on their door, they're just standing there, holding a heavy shield, protecting themselves from nothing. And that's when the psychological gravity flips. Without your constant validation, without you boosting their ego by chasing them, they are forced to look at the only thing left in the room, themselves. The questions start creeping in like cracks in a windshield. Why isn't she texting? Did he actually move on? I thought I had them hooked. Did I misread the game? Your absence becomes a mirror. And for the first time, they aren't running from you. They're stuck with their own insecurity. By doing absolutely nothing, you have become the most dangerous thing in their world. Unpredictable. Part 3. The withdrawal. Now, let's talk about you. Because I know this part is hell. On your side, the silence feels like withdrawal. Literal, chemical withdrawal. Your brain is wired to fix things. You want to send that one text. Just a generic hey. Just to bridge the gap. Just to stop the pain. Your mind plays tricks on you. It tells you, if I don't reach out now, they'll forget me forever. That is a lie. This is where you have to channel the Stoic mindset. Not the academic, boring kind, the gritty, warrior kind. Stoicism isn't about not having feelings. It's about not being a slave to them. Every time you pick up that phone and don't send the message, you are rewiring your brain. You are taking a brick out of their wall and building a foundation for yourself. You are switching the narrative from I need them to choose me to I am choosing myself. You have to sit in the fire and let it burn the desperation out of you. Because if you break, if you reach out first, you reset the clock, you hand them the power back, and the cycle starts all over again. Part 4. The crumbs. And just when you start getting your strength back, just when you stop checking their profile every 5 minutes, that's when it happens. The phone buzzes, but don't get excited. It's usually not a confession of love. It's not an apology. It's a like on your Instagram story. It's a random emoji. It's a hey with no follow-up. We call this breadcrumbing. They aren't feeding you a meal. They're throwing you scraps to see if you're still hungry. This is a test. They feel their control slipping, so they reach out just enough to check the pulse. They want to know, is the dog still on the leash? If you reply instantly, if you pour your heart out, they get their validation and they disappear again. But if you leave it, if you look at that notification and swipe it away without a reaction, that crushes them. That is the moment the game is officially over. You're no longer a player. You're the game master. Part 5. Becoming bulletproof. As the weeks go by, something shifts in your gut. The silence stops being a tactic to get them back. It becomes a lifestyle to get you back. This is called detachment. It's not that you're pretending not to care. It's that you actually stop caring. You realize that your worth isn't tied to a blue bubble on an iPhone screen. And ironically, in the twisted humor of the universe, this is usually when they come running back for real. Because nothing triggers an avoidant more than realizing someone has genuinely moved on. But by then, you might not even want them anymore. You've seen the truth. You've seen that you are doing all the heavy lifting. You've realized that peace is better than the chase. So if you're in the thick of it right now, if you're staring at that ceiling at 3 a.m., fighting the urge to call them, don't. Hold the line. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. Let them sit in the void they created. Let them feel the weight of your absence. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say is absolutely nothing. Silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. Thanks for watching. If this hit home, drop a comment below. Tell me your story. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay strong. Stay silent. I'll see you in the next one.